Like, did you start the game with a fishing rod?
No. There is equipment you can pick up, but I don't know whether or not there'd be equipment to
I mean it might be like a kind of like an end game thing. Like,
possibly.
I don't know.
Janine, I think I'm kind of going to write off finding the center of this glow um, and look for the map. Um, because it's got to be somewhere around here. That said, we're making a big assumption in the sense that the glow has to have a visible, interactable center. It simply might not have one of those.
It might also just be a thing that's going to occur in the lore later, like they were talking about.
Weaning themselves off the
It,
glow.
yeah, there's been talks of beacons and weaning off of the glow for, we don't really know what that is. We don't know if that's um like a medical thing or if that's like a metaphor for, I keep thinking of it as a metaphor for the glow around urban centers that kind of stops you from seeing the stars. Like if you want a
Yeah,
good
I could see that.
good look at the stars, you have to kind of remove yourself from a town because there's always this ambient glow that makes it difficult to see them. So whenever I hear the glow, especially in the context of um, fallen cities and shit like that, that's immediately where my mind goes. But that doesn't really explain why he would get like sores and shit. Um,
Yeah.
so I
Austin
don't
says
know.
he's leaving before he sees too much. Austin, like, yeah, that is exactly what I would do.
I think
Um,
I mean, there's a lot more here. We have like 3% or something, not
oh,
even,
this is like a
of
wall.
the.
Big wall here.
Oh,
Bellevue Wall. Yeah, like,
we have like 3% of the lore right now, basically, right?
something like... I might have got the numbers wrong, but I don't know. But I can see what Austin's saying, though, in that we've already had some really amazing moments of discovery. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Andy Clare says, if people are getting LEDs injected into them to look like Senin, perhaps the glow is something related to that. That could very well be the glow, a status symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, possibly. But then we are also in a world where we just saw a literal enormous glow.
Actually, I keep getting hung up on the lesions, like that guy was getting, like the weird
Mm.
illness and skin reactions. What if it like there's like a thing, it's presented as a fashion item. You have to get it replaced, like they mentioned getting it replaced every
Oh,
free replacements. What if it's like it's not just a fashion thing, like it's another thing. So by not getting his replaced, maybe
yeah.
by opting out of that system, there's some sort of repercussion.
Or some sort of forced obsolescence.
Yeah.
This one's huge. Sagedian Wolf says the LEDs are just cosmetic, I think, to make you look like an immortal. Volta says the LEDs are for imitating the Immortals. Yeah, I think we're burying the lead here, which is the
Hmm.
Immortals. Um,
Yeah, they have their own
why do people want
glow.
to
So
look
maybe
like...
is Anders an immortal? Was?
Why do people
Anders?
want to look like immortals? What are immortals in this society? Why do they glow? Um, also, what is
I
this
have
thing
a
I've
hard time
found?
not thinking it's like a status thing.
You think that the glow is literally just a status thing?
No, I think that like the immortals are, the upper echelons of society and the people who can't quite get there would,
That's my fishing
and
rod.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just kind of like scanning the horizon for flashing lights. I think I just saw one. Did I just see one? I think my eyes are playing tricks on me.
Zortor says, I think the guy is immortal and he's trying to get off of it. He's dying of old age, essentially, when he isn't using his immortality. Or when he isn't on the glow. You could, like, so when he's not, participating in whatever that system is, his illnesses are actually just natural. That's just what happens to people, especially old ones.
Old ones. Old folks. Old ones of the people brand.
Maybe they're all Scottish fold cats.
Oh, the best cats. The map seems to be in this direction. We're just kind of going crashing off in search of this map.
Eh, couldn't hurt, you know, more
The
context.
other nice thing is because of the way the beacons work, this game is theoretically 100% completable because the beacon will just always lead you to the next item
Hmm.
related to the thing. Also, for the first of I would say 2.5 hours of play, I didn't know the beacons existed or what they did. I knew they existed. I didn't know what they did. So I was having to find stuff entirely by accident, which was really good fun. Um, Kind of hilly around here. Is there something through the trees over there? Let me see. No, it's just more trees. Just making sure I'm on the right track. No, I super wasn't on the right track. Now I am. People are talking about now. They're talking about nanomachines powered by radiation. Oh, there's a green thing here. Maybe this is the map. Maybe this is it. Maybe we found the next map piece that will let us find out
Maybe.
where we are.
Or it'll be a story about some guy's robot shoes,
Really, we win in any
which I'd still
case.
be into. Yeah.
Robot shoes. It's a map. Oh God, it's a terrible map.
Nice.
Um.
Is it not good?
No, you're gonna like this map though. Actually, I think Janine.
Is it a
Mm,
Scott picture of a Scottish fold cat wearing robot shoes?
no,
Mm.
but I know how it works. Let me know when you can see it.
Oh no.
It's cool in that it's a completely different style, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. I think I can read it.
Weirdly, I feel like that's actually more helpful.
Yeah, I think that.
Like, I feel like I know where we were at one point.
Yeah, I think we were here. Um, you'll see it on the stream when I just spin the mouse around in tiny, tiny circles.
You're like the water beak, right? That's where you're pointing? That, like, beak of water?
There are kind of multiple water beaks. Also, what do you mean by water beak?
Like a little beak shape, but it was made of water. Yeah.
Is it? Um, was it the bit that I was pointing at?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. So, oh, sorry, I nearly fell over. So, Janine, what interests you most about this map? Because I know what interests me most about it.
I mean, for, the thing that really interests me about it, and this isn't about the map itself or its details or particulars, is the fact that we wandered a significant distance to get this map that perfectly contextualizes where we were, but not where we are now.
I think I can
We're
probably
now
guess.
kind of
I think I can probably
to
guess where we
square
are
one of
now.
like, where
I
the hell are
I
we?
think we're like here. I think we're about here.
Yeah.
Um,
We're probably not far from like the big messed up towers all at the sort of
really?
intersection of those three roads.
Oh
That's
yeah,
I think that's where that green
that was
glow
where the glow
was.
was. Yeah, yeah.
That's Glow Town.
Mm-hmm. So the thing that really, really fascinates me is oh, Andrew Glass says I want to know what that farm thing on the bottom right is. That's Old Town. That was on the previous map. That's that's here. That's this place here. I've been there. That's where we found Danica's letter. That's where we found the stuff from the pastor. I'm just getting some cushions. Um,
So I think the thing that actually interests me the most about this map is um, the weird, like, spiky hands reaching out of the
the
ground.
spiky hands are pretty interesting. Um, I kind of want to go there. They are en route to the thing that interests me most, which seems to be like the path to Old Town. Seems like whoever drew this map took this route to go to Old Town. Because they go all
Oh,
the way around
yeah.
there.
Weird. Yeah. Hmm.
So my plan is maybe find the highway, get back to the place, the place, the T junction. Um,
You can just say Waterbeak. I know you want to say Waterbeak.
well, I'm not talking about going back to the Waterbeak.
In the general direction of the
Well, yeah,
Waterbeak.
heading in the general direction of the Waterbeak. Um,
The
and
lesser
then
Waterbeak, because there is a greater Waterbeak as well.
and then essentially finding this highway again and heading south on the highway. Well, I'm assuming it's south. I'm assuming the map has the same orientation as the previous map because that would be cheating. Um, then following it south until we can find a spot where we can possibly join this route, go past the spiky hand things, and up to the tent. Is the plan?
I suppose so. I wonder what that weird
Oh
line
fuck, we're
represents.
lost.
And the mm,
um, I'm going back this way. Which weird line? Janine?
hmm?
I said which weird line? Oh, there's a bear.
Oh, the like swoop across the road.
Did you see the bear?
That's like a weird. I will in a bit.
I love the way the animal's legs in this game don't move. I'm not being sarcastic actually. I do like the way the animal's legs in this game do move because it adds to this really weird, dreamlike, abstract feel. Maybe they don't move for. He's scooting along. What a guy!
Oh,
What a guy! I'm gonna climb this big ol' hill. Chip says, "Go hug the bear." I am not going to hug the bear.
that's probably a bad idea.
Not a good idea. Never resulted in anything good, except some cute
Have you
YouTube
tried?
videos.
That sounds like someone who's tried.
Uh, personally, I haven't. I employed somebody to, and it was a disaster. Goobly, the afternoons get long.
So you employ people to hug bears.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, hang on. I think I found it again. This looks like the place. Actually, while we're here, Janine, should we do a quick sweep for nearby beacon objects relating to Anders or MHZ? Because there might
Sure.
be some in this little place.
Couldn't hurt. And I mean, the sun's going down, so you're probably having some increased visibility in terms of those little blinky things.
Yes. Also, when the sun goes down, it'll be good because if we see the glow, it means that we're absolutely, definitely certain of definite that we're in the right place.
Yeah, yeah.
They added auto run to the game, so I didn't have to hold down W, but I haven't been using it. Not out of any sort of principle, but because I've forgotten what button auto run is, and I don't want to go into the options.
Is it R?
Nope.
Is it
No, it's
tab?
something like numlock.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I don't even have one of those on my
Yep,
keyboard,
it's
so I don't
numlock.
know what
I
that
pressed
is.
it. We're auto running. I don't like this at all. I'm pressing it again.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of auto run in anything.
It's alright in some MMOs that I've played, in the couple of MMOs that I've played,
Yeah.
in the 2 MMOs that I've played. I played Glitch. I had really good fun with Glitch.
Yeah, I have, there's like a bunch of people who are rebuilding Glitch
Yes, it's the
because
greatest
they
thing.
open sourced the
Hmm.
art and the code and the music and um yeah, Glitch was really, really big in the Second Life community. There were a lot of people in Second Life who were super, super into Glitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Um, Most of us kind of fell off, and then like we were involved in the sort of early betas and stuff, and then uh, after it was released, we kind of tapered off, and then as it was closing down, a bunch went back and kind of explored it and
I wasn't there
stuff.
for the end, which I regret. I played it a lot while I was at university and was feeling really depressed, and it was a good game for
Hmm.
that.
Yeah, it really, really is. It was very cheerful and you know simple and sweet.
Oh, there's a green dot!
And oh, there you go.
It was only recently that I was looking into the theme tune, or more specifically, the trailer song.
Hmm.
Also, there's a huge wall there. Maybe that's what they mean by the wall. Do you see that wall? Well, obviously you don't. Do you see that wall
But
in 15 seconds?
I, you wouldn't be that far north that you would see the wall, right? Or does every city have what? Mm, I, are we sure it's
Mm,
just on a cliff? Like a
well,
cliff
we're in.
face?
I assume we're in Olympia, right, rather than Bellevue,
Oh, you're right.
because we're not up here. We've gone down the road.
Hmm.
What I was going to say about the glitch theme song was that actually, what does Anders say about the wall in particular? Is it Anders? Was it Anders?
I think it was Anders.
Met a couple of good folks here in Olympia, some real forward-thinking people. Death culture's a bit less idiotic here, I think. I'd blame Bellevue's wall, though it's probably partially my fault with all that MH2 or MHZ BS.
Mhm.
Um, anyway, the 11 Giants song is in 11 time, which is a phenomenally stupid musical time signature. Um, it's I'm trying to think. It's 2 bars of 5 time and an extra beat,
Mhm.
which is so amazingly misguided that anybody should want to write in that. What's even more amazingly misguided is if you listen to it, and the composer talks about this, the pianist who he asked to play the piano line is playing a ragtime riff, which a ragtime riff is like could not be less suited to 11
Mhm.
time, and he somehow managed to adapt a ragtime riff to 11 time without losing any of the feel of it. It's like this virtuoso piece of stupid composition. It's amazing. All right, I'm going to pick this thing up, and we're all going to get really excited about a thing. Streamfriends.tv. Oh, it's somebody new. It's Jamie.
Ooh.
How fucking
Oh.
sick is that? Says Jamie, and then I close the window. I woke up today to an onslaught. Text, 3 missed calls, an email, and my TV on. The coast is going dark. Los Angeles and Sacramento have been taken out. Millions of lives gone. They couldn't run anywhere. San Diego and San Francisco went last year. It's spreading like wildfire now. The panic moving faster than the message. Some states have been sending out troops to cities we think will be targets. They go dark before we can get there. Even the most resilient among us are losing faith that we can save even one city. Says Jamie in what?
What?
Look at the date.
Yeah, no, yeah, this definitely seems like pre
No, post.
reestablishment of no, 'cause no, the
Anders
way I've been reading it is oh right, he's
Anders is
right.
fleeing something in 2070. He
Oh no,
arrives in
that's still
Old Town in
yeah. No, that actually that fits with kind of
2071.
what I expected was happening. Like Old Town seems like it was they were escaping a society they didn't support
Oh, so
or,
it hasn't gone
whatever.
yet.
But then they were also just like a completely disconnected, weird, like off on their own thing. So why would anything target them? They wouldn't even know where they were. You don't even know where they are.
No, so I know where they are. Can you find them right now, Jack? No. But,
But you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, no.
And they would, of course, think that, like, well, evil caught up to them and now there's no one left and
I
we're the
guess
only
I just
ones
sort of
and
pictured that.
return to Eden, etc.
Yeah, I guess I just sort of pictured Old Town as happening post-apocalypse, whereas it's like just pre-apocalypse, right?
Yeah. It seems like they were trying to escape a lot of the, LEDs under skin type bullshit. Um, and then,
Right, but
some sort of attack
so
wipes everything else out, but
so this is really interesting because that means that roughest couple of months of life, sickness, lesions, Olympia's fall-off range, death culture, and Bellevue's wall all happen prior to somebody talking about receiving missed calls, texts, emails, their television being on, troops being in cities.
yeah, no, I think whoever said it in the chat, I think they were onto something where it was like Anders was involved in whatever this life extending anti-death stuff was. Whenever he leaves it, the things that happen, like the illness and such, it's because he's like super old and his body can't deal.
Yeah. So also here the two tabs are Jamie and the Fall. So we've got a new thing. Well, we've got two new things. We've got Jamie and we've got the Fall. Jamie leads us to something kind of up the road in the way we're going ish. The
Hmm.
Fall leads us more in a this way direction. Anders is back on the other side of the wall, so I'm assuming that there's something about Anders over there. MHZ, it's definitely MHZ, we can see it here. MHZ this way, so I assume that's the same audio diary as Anders. Ada and people I imagine are going to be all the way back over there. Whoa, there's an Old Town 1 somewhere in this direction. I'm just going to check Ada. Ada is also in this direction. Wow, so Ada made it this far. I'm going to peep what's behind the other side of this wall.
I bet at some point Ada was like, "Hey, I'm alone here. This sucks." Or wait, no, that was the other girl. What was her name?
Danica Hembley
Right.
in Old
Wait, who's
Town.
Ada then?
Ada and Joss were the couple the
Oh,
teenagers who
right.
left and found the.
Well, yeah,
Um,
because they
they
left and
describe.
found shit and then came back and were like, "Hey guys, there's some shit over there."
Wait a second. They were pulling a straight up village shit. It's it wasn't just that there were ruins of civilization and maybe some post-apocalyptic survivors. There were people with fucking C-SPAN and stuff outside there. Like if you look at how the timing of it works, Anders is talking about being in Old Town in 2070. Jamie
Mm-hmm.
is still talking about being on his phone 30 years later. The timing can't be right. If he's talking about being on his phone 30 years later, that means that Ada. Wait, no, because if Ada was describing skeletal leviathans, that suggests that she found somewhere ruined, right? Somewhere like properly ruined. Even though this timing seems to suggest that. You know,
I don't know.
it's weird. I guess we don't have all the information yet.
The other thing to consider is that the people in Old Town might have just taken a taken the last number off of the whatever to make things feel older, you know? Like if that's their ethos, if that's what they're going for. Like before all this new garbage, they might like that might be like a simple way for them to communicate without actually losing track of what it is.
Yeah, possibly.